Thank you guys. This has been so cool. Yeah, like I don't want to just completely bite Josh's speech, but I do have to say it is one of the coolest things in the world to get to travel around and share jiu-jitsu. Just share jiu-jitsu with people, right? Just like you guys are teaching us, we're teaching you. You know, we're all learning together, right? It's just about sharing jiu-jitsu. We're gonna jump right into it with a little bit. I'm gonna work a lot of back control stuff. I've been when I was coming up, leg locks were like one of the first things that I really like grabbed onto, and I loved the leg lock game. But at a certain point, I just realized I was like, it's almost like when you get so into one part of the game, if you start neglecting the other parts of your game, you know, it really becomes a disadvantage. So I tell my students all the time, like, you got to have that A game and the B game and the C game, so you're bringing those up, right? And so I had, as a challenge to myself, I was like, well, I'm gonna take my B game and turn it into my A game, right? So I took back control and trying to strangle people from the back and just trying to be able to attack the back from all over the place. And I really tried to make that my A game now. So I focus on that way more than I focus on leg locks now. And leg locks are now my B game. I now fall back on the leg locks. I don't look for that right away. Sam Hardy, everybody. So let's just talk about back control for a second. You guys can come closer. You guys can come closer.
You know, it's like.
I wouldn't say that. So it's a big assumption. So let's talk about, and I want this to be interactive, so don't make me call on you, but let's shout out some ideas. But let's talk about like what is back control? What does that mean to you guys? Like when do I have it? When do I not have it? What is back control? Any ideas? Yeah.
Controlling the shoulders and the hips.
Controlling the shoulders and the hips. I like that.
Seatbelt grip.
Seatbelt grip. I like that.
Chest on the back.
Chest on the back. I like that.
Hooks in.
Hooks in. I like that.
4 points of contact.
What was that?
4 points of contact until you pin them to the body.
4 points of contact, pinning them to my body.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like both sides of hips and shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Yeah.
Control his rotation.
Controlling his rotation. Huge concept there. Okay. All right. So I think probably amongst those we've heard some of the biggest ones, right? Am I still on his back?
Yes.
For now. Do I still have back control? What do you guys think? Yes?
Limited.
Yes, limited? Okay. How about now? What's the difference between this and this?
You're at the end of the leg lock.
One will kill him.
I'm just curious. There's not necessarily a wrong answer, you know? Okay, how about now? Still back control?
No.
No. Some yes, some no. How about now? Still back control? Yes. Depends if you're competing in the IBJJF or not, right? In IBJJF competition, this is not back control, right? I have to get both hooks in, and no body triangle either. It's gotta be this, right? So, you know, back control means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but when I think about back control, I think about it like head and arm entanglement. A head and arm entanglement, okay? And specifically, I like to look for an overhook and an underhook. And I look for head positioning, okay? My head positioning here is so important. The more my head drifts out of position, the more likely it is that I'm gonna lose my overhook, I'm gonna lose my underhook, okay? So one way to think about this, and I'm super thinky, I like to think about a figure 8, okay? You guys can see the figure 8. It goes here, here, and then I'm in the middle of kind of these two right here. Does everyone see that? Mm-hmm. Okay. So a lot of people, this is the way that they play back control. They do all the work, they get to your back, and as soon as they get their legs engaged, this whole figure 8 just disappears. And they come out here, and then it's all, you know, and who said, put your hand up if you said controlling rotation. Yes, my man, that's right. Because as soon as I pull this underhook out, underhook is what's controlling rotation. We're gonna talk about that later. As soon as I pull this out, he's able to free spin, okay? And so one of the things you see a lot, especially in the EBI competition, is you'll see guys in back control, And as soon as you go to attack the rear naked choke, you probably aren't controlling rotation anymore, and then the guy's gonna spin out, right? Surprisingly, I could be all the way under his neck. I could be here, and someone could still spin on you, yeah. So controlling rotation is huge, okay? So the way that we're gonna control rotation and keep our position and maintain back control, okay, is we're just gonna focus on our overhook, our underhook, okay? You can use whatever grip you like here. I just like a little ball and socket for right now. And I'm gonna put my chin over his shoulder here. This is how far forward I'm gonna be. Not here, okay? Chin in between the overhook and the underhook, all right? And we're not gonna use our legs. We're not gonna rely on our legs for back control right now. We're gonna rely on our upper body clinch, which is what it really is, a head and arm clinch, okay? So here's my head and arm clinch. All right, now, if I don't rely on my legs, what's the first thing my partner's gonna try and do? Okay? In fact, let's do this a little differently. Scoot forward. Okay. I'm just gonna show you. Okay? Go for a second. Just do it, bro. Now, right now, I don't really know what he's doing. I don't really have a plan so much as I'm just trying to keep those three things together. That's all I'm trying to do, is just maintain those three things we're talking about. My overhook, my underhook, and my head positioning. And I'm moving my body in whatever way I need to keep those three things alive, okay? If he could get me to move in a way where my head couldn't go somewhere, like roll belly down. Let's say he started to go here, and I didn't see it coming, and my head came out of position, I'm gonna lose everything. Does that make sense? So I'm moving myself in a way that's gonna let me keep those three things alive. Okay? That's all I wanna focus on. So, level one of this technique. I have my over under, I have my head positioning. Okay? Let's have our partners control our choking arm, and let's have them hop off towards the choking arm. He's just gonna walk over my guard towards the choking arm. Now here we are, okay? I don't wanna hang out here for too long. I'm gonna use my outside foot, almost like a shrimp, but I'm gonna bring my inside leg through my leg, and I'm gonna flatten out here, belly down. Does everyone see that? And now I'm just controlling this guy. He's super controlled. This actually is not very comfortable because my shoulder's behind his neck. Okay? Now to climb back up, I'm gonna take the leg that's behind his head, whichever leg is behind his head, because I don't want to create space. I'm gonna take that leg, I'm gonna climb forward, and I'm gonna start to crawl back up, and I'm behind him again. Okay? Now he's gonna go off the other side. Again, I'm gonna plant my foot, I'm gonna thread the needle, I'm gonna flatten out, and I'm gonna climb back. Okay? And like this, we can do this forever. Does that make sense, guys? I'm never losing those three things. Underhook, overhook, and head positioning. Does that make sense, guys? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're gonna go back and forth with our partners like that, and just partners real slow, like if I'm gonna be the drilling partner here, no hooks for this guy, okay? So I'm just gonna go over to one side and let him work me back in. Control, drive back up, and as soon as he gets here, I'm gonna go off to the other side. Let him work me back in, and drive me back up, and just back and forth like that. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right. I think everyone's doing this pretty good, but we're gonna clap on the count of three. This is a trial one, okay? This is practice. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Look at me, okay? We're gonna be a little bit better this time. Just a little bit cleaner. Watch my hands, okay? And listen to my voice. 1, 2, 3. There we go, that was pretty good.